What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and in this video I'm going to be giving you a brief overview of my current night vision setup. It's not 100% complete yet because I still have things that I want to add or switch out, but due to current situation with COVID, not being able to play, and just lack of money right now, I don't have the reasons to really, or the means to invest too much into this right now. But this is what I have collected over the last few months, or at least 6 months, I'd say, to put this all together. And it's like I'd say it's about 80% done now. As a disclaimer, this night vision that I have on right now, this is not the night vision that I will be using. This is the Sightmark Ghost Hunters 1x24 night vision goggles, or binocular, sorry. It's a Gen 1, so I mean I was using it for a little bit, but honestly, like, it's just not like effective enough for what I do, even for Airsoft, which, as you know, we're dealing with some Airsoft issues in Canada right now, but that's a totally different video. Anyways, so I am trying to save up money to get a Gen 2 unit at least. Probably won't be until 2022 because, as like I said, I'm broke. I need to save up some money, and I have no really means to get it anyway since we can't play Airsoft right now because of COVID. So this is just for display purposes right now. And I'm also hoping to get a Brain Exploder NVG camera that I can mount onto the PVS-14 that I'm hoping to get in the future with the Gen 2 night vision. Now to break down what I've got here, alright, this is the Crye Precision NightCap. I really love this because I'm personally not a fan of helmets, at least not for Airsoft, because I believe for Airsoft, all you need for Airsoft is just a ball cap or something to protect your head from, or at least to minimize like impacts and stuff. I don't know. That's just me. I don't like wearing helmets. I like to keep everything as minimal and lightweight as possible. And what I love about this is that you can store this really easily because it folds, right? You can't do that with a helmet. Helmet takes up a lot of space, and it gets sweaty. It gets heavy after a while, and you have to worry about, like, counterweights, things like that, and whatnot. But with this, you don't have to worry about that. This is nice. You can just you can adjust this to your head size. You have the strap, so you can strap it underneath your chin. I will show you how it looks like on my head later, but for now I'll just walk you through it. Either way though, it's really comfortable. Got some padding inside on the front for your head. It's actually very comfortable. I really love it. I'll kind of actually, you can, if you open this back part up, this is where you have to now, unfortunately, there are some things that were a bit unfortunate with this. So you actually, it doesn't come with the holes pre-drilled. You have to actually drill these yourselves. So it'll tell you in the manual that you actually have to use a flashlight to see where the holes are, that you can actually see somewhat through. And then you actually have to take a little sharp needle or whatever just to pierce it through, so you can actually then put the screws in and then install the shroud. Now the shroud does not come with the nightcap either, which kind of sucks because if you get a nightcap, if you get something like this, you might as well it might as well come with a shroud, but it doesn't come with the shroud, so you have to buy the shroud on top of the nightcap. Which, when I got this is the TMC aluminum shroud. I got the black version so I could match it with the nightcap because I like black. Funny enough though, when I got this one, for some reason didn't come with any nuts or screws, which didn't make sense. So I had to actually buy another different shroud that actually had screws and the little nuts with it, and I had to use those ones because the holes that I've already drilled out were meant for this shroud, and in fact, actually, the mounts actually fit better on this TMC shroud than the other one, the second one that I had to buy. So I used the nuts and screws from the second one onto this one, and now with this TMC shroud, it actually fits really nicely. It's nice and sturdy, and it fits the mount, which now I'm going to tell you, this is the FMA version of the Norotos INVG mount. It is a replica, so you're paying for you're paying less, but actually for what this is, even though it is a replica, it's not the real version of the Norotos one. It's actually pretty good. So you have multiple adjustments here. You have this adjustment, which will raise or lower the night vision itself, which is really nice. You have this adjustment right here, which adjusts the angle to how close the goggle sits, or the monocular sits to your eye. And what's nice as well, like this type of mount is really good for single tube night vision, but there's actually a couple other reasons why I got it too, which I'll explain in a second. So we have one adjustment here, another adjustment here, and then you have a third adjustment, which is right here. If you press down here, you can actually move this forward, so you can actually adjust the distance to how close the goggle is, or the monocular is, from your eye, which is a really nice feature. I really like that as well. I just like having a bunch of adjustments depending on the person and what you like to have it, so it's nice and comfortable over your eye and stuff. So that's nice. Now for the other one, this is actually on the J arm, which this is just another replica. It's simply a dovetail, a J arm. With the FMA mount, as well as the real Norotos mount, it uses a dovetail bracket, which is nice because it'll fit inside of this dovetail mount, which is really nice. So yeah, this is just another Airsoft replica. And you can actually, from the front, you can also adjust how the angle of the monocular. So you can either adjust it a little bit to the left or to the right, and it'll change the angle to how it sits in front of your eye. So it'll kind of rock up and down and to the side slightly, which is good, because the more adjustments you have, the better. The easier it is for you to make sure it's nice and perfect. And now this is the feature that I love about this mount, and with the replica version and the Norotos version, is that you can actually rotate. This part actually rotates, so you can flip this to the side like this. From here, you can flip it up to the side. And then you can also, of course, flip these upwards, just like that. And when it's like this, and you're not using them, and you're walking around, there's almost absolutely no weights that you have to deal with. There's almost no neck strain at all. You don't feel it at all. And then whenever you're ready to use them, you just grab it. I would grab it from the mount and not from the NVG, just because even though this is a pretty good replica, I don't want to chance it, so I'd suggest you grab it from the mount itself, flip it down, and then from here, because it's on a better angle, you can actually just flip it down just like that. And I really love that feature. And even so, you can, if you're lazy, or if you have to just quickly flip up your monocular for whatever reason, you can also just grab it like this, flip it to the side, and this is actually a pretty comfortable position too. So like, if for whatever reason you're not able to just flip them up straight away, you can have it like this. So you're not if you're in a bright room all of a sudden, you can just flip them up and they're not going to be in the way. You can just quickly flip them back up, and when you're ready, flip them back down. Now what I also love about this is that if I do end up getting the night vision recorder to film myself playing Airsoft in low light games, I can attach a camera to this, and even if I'm in a situation where I go into a game or an area where it's brighter, and I don't need to use my night vision, or it's dark, but it's not that dark where I don't need it, but I want to record still so that you guys can still see it, so you can still see the gameplay. My GoPro is never able to pick up anything from any low light game when there's just barely any light. So if I'm playing such a game, I'm gonna use these, but I'm gonna have the night vision goggles on, but with the camera still attached facing forward, I can flip the night vision up like this, and the camera, which because it's attached to the side, it's gonna still face forward. So even though I'm not using the night vision, the camera will still be able to pick up what's going on in front of me just through the night vision goggles, because the GoPro isn't good enough to pick up anything when there's just very low lights, and you can't see anything through the GoPro, but your natural eyes will be able to see it fine. But as the viewer, you'll be able to see it now if I have this set up where I have the night vision recorder on the goggles, and then I'll be able to see everything normally, but the viewers, you'll see it through the night vision, as if the only discrepancy might be is just because it's flipped up. It might, when I'm editing it, it'll probably be sideways, but then that can be easily remedied through editing and whatnot. So I really love that feature that you can, even if you flip your night vision up, you can still record stuff having the camera facing forward if you decide to have a camera attached to your night vision, where whenever you're in a situation where you don't need to use your night vision, you can see fine, but it's too dark for your camera to pick up anything. So taking advantage of this mount and being able to still film through your night vision, so you don't have to wear like a second camera or something, or deal with the issue of your GoPro not picking up anything, because even though it's not that dark, it's still too dark for your GoPro to see anything. So I really like that feature. But anyways, I'm gonna quickly show you what it's like on my head. So I'll show that stuff to you right now. Alright, so this is what the night vision setup looks like on your head, or just the Crye Position nightcap itself, with the whole shroud, mount, and night vision itself. As you can see, it sits right now. I have it sitting about an inch or so from my eye, which I would say, like, if you're gonna be wearing eye protection, or especially if you're playing Airsoft, it's gonna take up that space, and I may have to like distance it a little bit further out from my eye in order for me to see through it without it being in the way of without the goggles being in the way and such. But with the nightcap on just like this, and this is a pretty light unit, so I don't even need to have any counterweight, to be honest, because I can actually hold this I can have this weight in front fairly okay. It's not gonna strain my neck too much, unless, like, as long as I'm only doing like what 10 minute games, 15-minute games. I mean, you could probably go like this for maybe an hour or so. I just probably wouldn't suggest wearing this too long, and then maybe you would have to put a little bit of a counterweight to this. But yeah, you can always adjust from the back and the side for how it wraps around your head. If you do wear like a beanie or ball cap as well underneath, you're obviously going to have to adjust it a little bit because it's making your head bigger. But yeah, it goes right under your chin. Belt buckles here, and when you're operating, you'll just have this sitting in front of your eye like so, and it's pretty sturdy. Like, I'm looking around casually, it's not wiggling around too much. And if this is sitting on top of your goggles, it's going to be even more sturdy, which is because it's sitting on the lens. And then whenever if I'm playing and it's too bright and I don't need my night vision, I can just flip these up, and then I can still have the camera and the night vision facing forward. So if I'm playing and I'm filming at the same time, the viewers will still be able to see what I'm seeing, and in a night vision mode, and they won't have to struggle with seeing what I'm seeing if I was to just use a GoPro and play in like low light conditions. And yeah, at the same time, yeah, you can flip. So again, you can flip this to the side just like that, and then grab the mount, flip it up, and it sits really comfortably on top just like that from the side. And then you can also, you could have it like this, like an old-fashioned style, but this is actually much more uncomfortable for my neck. So obviously you want it tucked to the side just like that, and now you can actually your neck is not gonna be killing you, which is nice. So from here, again, you can just grab the mount, flip it down, and then grab it from the side here, the monocular. Just be kind of gentle, and then flip it down like that. So that's the basic operation of how this night vision setup would look. If you decide to pick up on something kind of similar to this, or use some of these parts to make this Airsoft night vision setup. So yeah, hope you enjoy. So with that said, guys, that is my overview on my current night vision setup. Again, it's not 100% complete. I'm still waiting on some things that I would like to get, including getting the Gen 2 night vision monocular, obviously, and the Brain Exploder night vision camera. But that probably won't happen until at least next year, because right now with this whole COVID situation really ruining everything, it's just not worth me spending all that money to get that when we can't even play right now. And the fact is as of right now, Canada is Airsoft in Canada is in a bad spot right now. The government is trying to ban Airsoft essentially. So but yeah, if you want to hear about that, I'll leave links in the I'll leave a link in the description for you to watch my video on that. But I'll leave links in the description for all of this stuff as well if you want to look into it and you're wanting to build something kind of similar to this. And that said, I hope you enjoy. Leave your comments down below, and I hope to see you guys in my future videos. Till next time, peace out.